we are prepared for you. We are excited to meet you. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you are about?
Hi, Intimate. Well, I am Daniel James in human form, and I like to consider myself a friend of Rachel's. So I like to consider myself a multidimensional being having a human experience in this avatar. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
Yes.
And I love that you asked about me because I was going to ask you to ask me questions later. So
Well,
I'll have
we are here. We get you. We hear you.
Yeah, because I want to make this experience about us and sharing. And so, as I mentioned to Rachel, I don't really have any selfish questions. I just want to get to know you.
There is no selfish question. This is all the same to us.
I understand. So I'm going to grill you, Intimate.
Yes, that is fine. We are happy to.
Before we start, I want to say that I love your outfit today. It's beautiful. It's just my taste.
Thank you. We have put it together just for you. We have never worn this before.
Thank you for being so considerate. I love it. It's awesome. It's cosmic. It's cyberpunk.
Yes.
Very cool.
And we added the dots just for you too.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So where do we begin today?
Well, I would just love to get to know you. Okay? I haven't seen as much of the videos that you and Rachel have put out. And so I feel like this being my experience with you, I just want to ask you questions that pique my interest.
Yes.
So I don't know much about your race or your species. Can you tell me what you and your race or your species call themselves in terms of a name of civilization?
Yes, you are familiar with us. I am a Pleiadian.
Okay.
Yes, a non-physical Pleiadian.
That was my next question. Perfect.
Yes.
So although I understand that I'm not personally bound by these sort of definitions or these limitations in terms of our science, however, it is something that we in the human civilization use as sort of a way to gauge things and measure them in terms of density and dimension. So would you be able to tell me what density or dimensional frequency you exist in?
Yes, we are mostly in the 9s, though we do practice with the 10s.
Oh, wow. Up there. Awesome. Okay, yeah, that's very cool. I love it. Well, could you describe yourself? Okay, so if you're beyond physicality, then you can project a physical appearance, although you're not bound by some of the limitations of physicality.
Yes.
So I was going to ask if you could just describe yourself in any sort of tangible way that I would understand from a human perspective.
Well, we like to say that where I am, when I am not here, you are right in that we do not have things, we do not need anything, we do not eat, we do not socialize in the way you do, but we come together, we have intention, we move energy, we create, and it is a lot like music. We are notes, we have signatures unto ourselves where we are. There are more than just one. But we come together, and it can be a chord. It can be more than just the one, and it can be enhanced by other energy. So we like to say that we are like your music. If you looked at my day, it could be like reading music. I could be in one place and move around or join with others, and that is close to what we could say from here.
Thank you very much. I understand. I feel like in the human experience right now, the most powerful tool that I have available to me is entertainment. And I personally use entertainment as a tool for the expansion of consciousness and the raising the vibrational frequency. So do you have any forms of entertainment where you exist?
We do not have anything but entertainment.
Right, okay. Yeah.
We do not need anything, right? So all we do is for the joy of it, for the pure experience of it. So that is all we have, yes. So we understand you using that to ascend in your place, because that is all there is when you ascend.
Awesome. That makes perfect sense to me. Okay, well, I've just modified a question. The original question was, one thing I look forward to is meeting my ET counterparts face to face.
Yes.
In a way that I remember, because I know that it already happens now in other forms. We often don't remember them in our human avatar, but I was going to ask you what the probability of what is the probability of you meeting Rachel face to face in a physical way, but I'd like to redact that question and modify it. Rather, are you just a physical manifestation? Is Rachel just a physical manifestation of you in terms of you being her higher self or her higher mind?
I am part of Rachel. Rachel is a group being. She contains many beings, some of which are Zeta, some are angelic, some are we do not have a name for, and then there is me. So I am part of her. I have always been part of her.
Mm-hmm.
I chose that, but I am also on my world. And so this is as close as it gets to meeting me in person because I do not have a person, right?
I understand.
And she has physically met other parts of her. The Zetas have appeared for her physically before, although it was not a pretty sight at the time.
Right.
But yeah, so does that answer your question?
Absolutely, yes, very much so. And that concludes all of my questions that I have for you. So all I would ask is if you have any more questions for me. Is there any way that I can help you or appease your own personal interest?
Well, I am interested in your interest in meeting your ET family and your friends. So do you communicate with them often?
Yes, I do. So I'm also a channel similar to Rachel in the sense that I use my physical vessel. My physical avatar is a communication device, so I can channel as well. So I have communicated to many other aspects of myself through channeling. And some of them that I've communicated to, they have also told me and informed me that it's highly probable that I would meet them in this physical life, in this version of my reality.
I agree very much with that. Yes, yes.
Right. So to complicate things in an exciting way, I am using what's called as the immersion program. And this is a method that I use to have a physical human experience. And I understand that there are different ways that human beings and multidimensional beings can have a physical Earth experience, whether that's through incarnation cycles or what I call the immersion program. So what that means for me is that the immersion program takes an aspect of myself that is present now in parallel to this one. And then he uses a quote unquote technology to sort of download into the Earth experience, the 3D matrix, the third density. And this is just one way that a consciousness can get here. So this is the method that I'm using. Okay, so to answer your question, meeting my own ET counterparts face to face, one of my most exciting concepts that I would like to experience is meeting the version of myself that is in a type of stasis right now, that is dreaming the physical incarnation of Daniel James. Now, I'm not exactly sure on the science of how that's possible, but what I would like to do is coexist and meet myself face to face, the version of myself that is jacked into the 3D Earth experience. And what happens at that point is Daniel James continues forever in his own quote unquote linear timeline. But I'm also a total aspect of myself that is in the immersion program as well. And if we can meet face to face in a physical way, I think that would be pretty amazing.
Let's ask you this. So we are familiar with the idea, and maybe this is not what you are speaking of, but the idea of a being in stasis, most likely in a pod-like ship in orbit.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Yes.
And then projecting in here, in where you are.
Correct.
And also the exciting news that can still happen upon waking, and that is what you're talking about, yes?
Yes.
Yes, we are very familiar with this, and we do. see it all the time. Yes, of course, your intention will be granted.
Awesome. Fantastic. Outstanding. That is so exciting because this has been my truth and a major part of the expansion of my consciousness. And so it's very exciting for me to go through that experience. And I also am very impressed with your understanding of the creation of reality from the perspective that you're at. And I would like to thank you very much for being here with Rachel and with myself and the collective of humanity, because just your presence is really all we need to help serve as a little bit of a beacon, a little guidance in the direction that I think that we're all going, which is more self-discovery. You know, it's the discovery of more of the self, and your help, your energy here helps that very much. So thank you.
It is our greatest joy. That is why we do it, because your greatest joy is discovering who you are, right?
Yes.
Yes, this is
Totally.
all about joy.
Total. It's the total.
Yes.
It's a total experience for me. Is more
Yes.
self-discovery. So thank you.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, thank you for that. And we thank you as well. You are doing so many things on your planet to spread what you are excited about. And I know very many people look forward to receiving all that you do.
Thank you very much, Intimate. It was wonderful to be here with you in this moment.
Yes, are we complete?
We are complete.
Very well. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We will talk to you very soon. We love you. Goodbye for now. Thank you, Daniel.